So I'm gonna test out to see if this stream sounds any good. Last time I did this, it didn't sound very good, and it's snowing out, so I am just sorting through my tackle bag because it's a mess. So let's see if anyone shows up. So, because yesterday this didn't work very well. So, and this is just the tackle bag that I haven't looked up. Hi, Mr. 90 Quinones. Does this sound good? Or does it sound rough? I'm just sorting through my tackle bag, what I have in my tackle that I carry around. It's snowing out here, so that's what I'm up to. And I'm just organizing it because it's got really messy here. So we're seeing what I have for stuff here. How have you been, Mr. 90 Canones? Have you done any hunting lately or fishing? Because I haven't seen any of your stuff. So I'm just looking through this bag and seeing what I have for stuff. Oh, this is not that many people here. So, So I'm just looking. This is a Tootsie Roll I found in a creek. Gross. Here's plastic containers. I'm awful. So yeah, people must be doing stuff or something right now. So yeah. There's only one person here. That's really weird. I have this box of jigs that keeps spilling, and I have jigs all over in here, which sucks. Hey, Oki just caught a fish. Did he just go live again? A bunch of people must be in his chat. Hi, Charlene. Hi, Maurice. How are you guys doing today? I'm just sorting through my tackle box because I had a bunch of jigs spill in my bag right here. And these are 1/8 ounce jigs. So does this sound good, or because yesterday I tried doing this and it didn't sound very good. So yeah, and I have some snow here. I'm gonna make a snow cone. Hey Dexter, how are you doing? That's good. Hey old man catfish. I'm making a whiskey and cold snow cone. And I'm looking at some high fishing with bottles. How are you guys doing? I need to try some catfishing one of these days, but I don't catch very many catfish till the water temp warms up here, and the water temp is like 35 to 40 degrees still. I'm using some snow as ice right now because we're getting snow here, so that's it. It must. Hi, Florida Pirate Adventures. How are you doing today? I'm just sorting through my fishing stuff and hanging out. I had a bunch of jig heads still in this bag of stuff that I have, and it has a bunch of burrs in it from walking around in the marsh. So I'm just cleaning that up because it's a mess. I don't know. I'm really bad at keeping my tackle box organized, and I'm not very good at staying organized, so my stuff ends up being messy, unfortunately. But I just have like all these plastics and stuff spilled throughout here, which is a pain. And then jig heads mixed in with it. Hey, Akin with Sarah, how are you doing today? I'm just in the snow and I'm organizing some tackle. Like this is the tackle I have around, and right here I just have some jig heads. You're cleaning up your boxes too. I don't even know how many boxes I have, so it's crazy. Like this is just the stuff I carry around, and it's mostly just trout and walleye stuff now. But I also have a whole bunch of musky fishing stuff and some fishing stuff for other stuff. You're uploading Catch of the Week, Sarah? Cool. I'll stop by and watch that again. And check out a couple of channels I don't think I'm friends with, so that's nice. I have a hook in here too. I just had a bunch of stuff spilled, so I'm like sorting through my stuff right now. And I was going to talk about what tackle. Hi, Badger Farm Girl. That sucks that it's still snowing. It's still snowing here too. I'm using snow as ice. So I didn't get to do any fishing. I'm making a snow cone. See how it tastes. It looks like you guys really got a lot of snow by Fremont. Do you get any nice walleyes? I was thinking about actually making another walleye fishing challenge this weekend, but I haven't got. I don't know. Hopefully my boat won't have any snow on it because it's currently not covered now. So I have a question for you. Do you think it's good or bad that they are planning on reducing the bag limit on walleyes on the Winnebago system? Because I saw that was on the Conservation Congress meeting when I went there the other day, and I voted against them reducing it, but they're nice. Did he cook up some stuff with you? Was Larry Smith there too? It looks like you had a big group of people there. That was pretty cool. I'll tell you, I usually fish on the Wisconsin system, and I always catch a lot of walleyes, but some years I catch more or less keepers. This last year, I haven't been catching many keepers in the lakes by me. I don't think I've actually caught a legal walleye in like a year or two, and I probably caught a couple hundreds of them. Yeah, Fremont should be hot. They should all be staged up by the dam and about to spawn. I actually heard the Dells Dam was kind of slow though. The downside to going to Fremont is it's a long trip for me, but maybe I should make a trip there. But like I can go in the Wisconsin River and get more fish, but I have to let them all go because they're not big enough to keep. Like the one dam I went fishing, the walleyes had to be 18 inches to keep on. So which is unfortunate because you don't catch that many keepers. Hi, Hash Info. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. You should go up to Lake Erie, Catman, or go to the rivers that flow into the Lake Erie right now. They get some big ones out of there. This snow sucks. I was going to go. Southern fishermen, do not even bring up that comment. I bet you that video would get twice as many dislikes as likes. The muskie fisherman would have a heart attack on it. There's a couple lakes where you could go to where muskies only had to be 28 inches where you could catch a keeper one, but you would get so much hate on the video if you did a muskie catch and cook, even more than a largemouth bass catch and cook. Because muskie fishermen like have a heart attack if someone keeps one. They're like strictly catch and release. And it like voted to make the length limits like ridiculous amounts that they don't even have scientific evidence that most of the muskies get that big. So if you were to post that video, you would get people, really pathetic comments from people, but some of the hardcore muskie fishermen would be furious with it. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with muskies are just supposedly a low density fish, and they live for a somewhat long time. So like most people don't keep them. I've eaten one a long time ago, and it tastes just like a northern, which is a lot more northerns. And there's a lot of lakes which should have northerns harvested out of them. So you're probably better off just keeping a northern. Like So the better northerns to keep are like small to mid-sized one. Yeah, walleye's really good eating. I prefer to keep panfish or walleyes for frying. And then I keep salmon or trout for like smoking and grilling. I have some jig heads stuck in here. That sucks. These are different weights of jig heads. When I walleye fish, I have a whole bunch of different weights of jig heads because you want to change up the weight of jig head when you drop down to bottom. Because like if you're fishing in a shallower spot, you want a lighter jig head, and if you're fishing in a deeper spot, you want a heavier jig heads. And if there's more or less current, you want to change up the weight of jig heads. So I have a whole bunch of them. Like these ones I have in my hand now are 1/8 ouncers. I caught a 51-inch regular muskie. I've only caught one tiger muskie, which I think was like 33. I don't know why, but I haven't caught that many tiger muskies. Not much. I'm just sorting through some tackle. I'm not putting it on camera very good. And I have some jig head stuck in my jig bait. So this jig head I actually made, its paint's pretty rough looking. I think it's a 1/4 ounce. So yeah, good luck when you go fishing tomorrow, Dexter. I'll probably go Friday just after some panfish, 3-way, gold hook, and a minnow. Yeah, that's a good setup too. 3-ways and like egg sinker rigs some days work really well. Like some days jigging works better, some days 3-ways work better. Like if the fish aren't aggressive, that setup works really well. I think it all depends upon the day. I have this gulp minnows here, and I was gonna do a challenge where I like put down a gulp minnow on a 3-way and put on down a fathead minnow on a 3-way and see what works better. Like I have a feeling that if the fish aren't very aggressive, the regular minnow's gonna win by a lot. But maybe if it's warmer out, it probably won't even matter. I don't really know. But I think it would be a fun challenge to do. Like I tried doing a fake first real waxworm challenge, and it almost seemed like the fake waxworms were gonna win, but then all of a sudden the real waxworm just came way ahead at the end. But the Gulf waxworms actually worked pretty well when I tested them out. So, but I don't have that much confidence in fishing plastic sterling this season, so I'll at least try them. These did work the other day when in the one of the walleye videos I made a while ago. I don't know. I just think it would be a fun challenge to do. Have any of you fished with this spoon? I caught a perch on it once. These are like from some place in Australia. They're kind of naughty looking, but I thought they were funny, so I ordered them. Hey, Janet, thanks for stopping by. So do I have everything out of this bag yet? I have a lot of junk in here. I still have more of these minnow things. I haven't been out fishing much this week, so I don't have much for content to. You want to try one of those spoons, Sarah? You should. It caught a perch. I don't think it has a lot of action. I actually haven't tried casting it in open water. That's why I had it in my box. I don't know how well it will work, though. So I guess I'll try it out. I had all these jig heads spill in here, so they're stuck in here. So I need to get the pliers to get it out, pull it out. So yeah, you need to step up your lure game. Don't get like me, Dexter. I have so many lures. It's ridiculous. Like I probably have like 100 lures right here, and these are just my little boxes I keep in my car. I guess it depends on if it's whether or not you count a jig head as a lure. Because like in this little box I have here, I have a MEPS number 3. These 2 things that are like rooster tails. This lure I bought in my Wish App challenge. A spinner bait that like a Pond Magic spinner bait I fixed. Some plastics I got in the mystery tackle box. These spoons I got when I did one of my challenges. And some bobber I got in a mystery tackle box. And these are from the Rip and Tip Outdoors giveaway. And so is this. Then I have that peanut spoon. Like this is just my like bass and trout box. You finally received your GoPro today. And then because a lot of my stuff lately is for walleye, I have these Bee Fishing tackle plastics. Some people really like these for walleye fishing. I just bought a pack of them last year to try out. I haven't caught anything on them yet. But we'll find out. I did get some bites, and I have these Catch Company plastics from one of the mystery tackle boxes I bought. Then I have this Gulp, which I actually bought to use. This I actually have confidence in, and this does work good for walleyes at certain times. Hi Fishing with Christina. Hi Outdoor Kids. Yeah, I'll give you a shout out in my next video. Then I have these salamanders I bought for like $1.50 at Walmart. Then I have some split shots. Some more split shots. Then I have some of these little ice fishing plastics like smelt and these little worm-like things. I was using them a little for trout fishing and jigging them to wobble around. And then I caught a brown on them and I caught some chubs and a perch on them. The weather is like this, Christina. It's snowing. You have a popper? I have a popper too. Here's some 13 fishing plastics that are infused with donkey sauce. You don't want that, KY Finch Chaser? And then here's some mystery tackle box baits I got. Actually, here's a swimming plastic. And this is this week's mystery trout box. And here's like some trick worms and some impulse soft plastics. These actually work good for crappies and bluegills. I don't know how well they work for trout. They'll probably work for the stockers in a few weeks. And then we got this Vexen rattling crankbait. Like, there's no way I could do a slam of this in the trout streams by me. Like, this bait you could probably catch a coho or a brown on in Lake Superior or Michigan, but I don't think it's going to be a very good stream bait. It's going to dive down pretty deep. And then I have my trout fishing box, which is a cluster, which I have a ton of spinners in. Like, I have these spinners I bought off of Amazon. You're laughing at me. Some spoons. I bought this 15-pack of steelhead set off of Amazon, and it came with these really cheap spinners last year. They don't cast very good because they're not weighted well, but they did catch some fish. I caught some fish on a few of them, but they didn't cast very far. Like, they'd only cast like 20 feet. So, and then I have this Blue Fox version of a Castmaster. I caught a couple nice trout on these. And here's a couple spinners that came in mystery tackle boxes I got. Yeah, I saw that you lost some of your spinners in your last video fishing with Lou. Like here's one from the last month's mystery tackle box. This spinner came in and it was the only bait I caught a fish on from that box, so I didn't even put up a video for it. Here's a spinner I made, and the body wire is actually made from paper clips. Yeah, I've used Roadrunners. I thought I had some here. Maybe I don't, or versions like them. Like these are some that our buddy used like them, like this. They definitely work. I don't know, for walleyes, I just like flat jigging rather than reeling them in though. Like I think if you were like drifting, they'd work better. Or drifting slow. I don't really use them a lot. They definitely can catch walleyes. Then I have so many baits in this box, they just get all tangled together. Like I really need to up the organizing. Hey Ralph Barton, how are you doing today? I'm just hanging out, sorting through my baits. This light's in the way. You catch monster bluegills and crappies. I hear they're good for and I have a map spinner here, which I found. And some like holographic panther martins, and this bait I do really well on for trout too, although it's really tangled up. It's like a jerk bait, husky jerk. I just twitch pause it, and the gold or silver color seems to work. I also do really well with these panther martins. Does the snow taste? It just tastes like a snow cone. And here's another bait I like jigging for trout, like cast managing. You just cast them in the stream and you erratically pause them. Like it's basically melted out of the drink I have right now because it's warm. And here's some more cheap spinners. Here's a really silly looking crankbait that they sent me in the mystery tackle box. It's called a Strike Pro. Hey Mike, hey Topwater King, how are you doing? Like it's the funniest looking crankbait ever. Like this is the only MTB I was actually able to do a slam on. And like this bait, it took like 10 trout to hit before I caught one on it. And it even took me like 5 bass to hit it before I actually landed a bass on it in my own pond, which is overpopulated with dinks. Here's one of those cheap spinners that's like a Mepps Thunderbug. I think I might have caught a fish. It might have not spun very well. Here's a spinner I made. You're waiting for Friday? Yeah, that was just a crankbait that I showed. You need to hit up that pond. It's like Dink City. Like last year, one weekend, I caught like 30 bass on just like a green pumpkin Senko. And they're so easy to catch. Like if it's a little windy because of the clear gravel pit, like you can catch dinks one after another. What also works good are these trout spinners to catch the dinky ones. And here's a spinner I made. I have way too many spinners. The sad part is I use like 3 of them. Like this one is what I made too. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Topwater King. Like here's a popper fly that I found. I think I caught some bass on this. Hey, Hookset Nation, how are you doing? I'm just hanging out, like sorting through my tackle. Here's a knockoff version of a cast method. I was just talking about the baits I have in my car. There's nothing super exciting. Here's another spinner that I made I made the body from a paper clip. I was trying to do some other. That's great, Catman. I was trying to do a challenge which I'm gonna post that involves paper clips soon, but the fish just aren't cooperating. Hey, Murder Inc., you're here. Are you turkey hunting this weekend, Murder Inc.? My dad has season. There's so much white stuff here now. It's probably pretty cold. Here's a spinner I made. My bucktail's really bad. It looks like it's just like falling apart. Nice. Here's another Panther Martin. This box has way too many baits in it. Like, see how disorganized they are? It's more like a tangle box and not a tackle box. Like, I think I just have too many baits in this tackle box for its space. Yes, I use Rapala lures. This is a Rapala right here. Your girlfriend must have a lot of earrings, Murder Inc. I don't know why. I just have like a ton of these baits. Yeah. Here's a Rapala. This is a number 8 Husky jerk. This is like a jerk bait, or you control it. The big Husky jerks do not have a lot for action and only fish well as a jerk bait. Like the little ones, like these two, have quite a bit of action. I like twitching and pausing them like a jerk bait in the stream though. Like they work pretty well. Like the design of these spoons changes how they action too. Like these Castmaster type, each spoon has like a different type of action. I have such a tangle here though. This is ridiculous. So yeah, I'm gonna get something quick. You got something from Beaver Dam, Kelsey? Yeah. So, tangle box. I know it's bad. It sucks when you're trying to find baits. Rebel. I have some Rebel baits. I think I have some Rebel crayfish and so forth. I don't know. I've had decent luck with Rapala baits. I have some that are pieces of junk though. Hey, Northwest Open Season, thanks for stopping by. But yeah, like any brand of crankbait I bought, like none of them have ran true all the time. Like I just have some that don't run so well and some that run well. It's just I think you need to try them out. Most of the Rapalas I get run pretty good. Hey, old bastard. But I like had Rapala X Wraps are really good. Yeah, I've had good luck with them. But like I know when I was trolling with, I have like this. I have Rapalas like this one here, just pretty small one. I like using this one. But I know I was trolling on Lake Michigan, and I had like a number. I had like some Smithwick rolls, which I was trolling with, and they were actioning really well, but they have a bigger bill. And then I put on like a Rapala Husky jerk that was like a number 12, and it had absolutely no action to it. Like I know I have a couple 14 Husky jerks, and like I've done well, caught some muskies and pike and bass on them when I just fish them like a jerk bait. But like if I just reel them in, like I don't get any action on them. It's like the same way with a lot of the musky crankbaits too. Like here's some more Panther Martins, some little tiny ones. Like these are what I like to use for like brook trout or the smaller trees. This is what I've been using a lot later. Yeah, it basically is Hookset Nation. Like they're a little older. I don't know. I do well on them fishing them in creeks sometimes for trout. Oh, thanks for stopping by, yakking with Sarah. But like they definitely aren't as good as the X Wrap. The X Wrap's also fish well as a jerk bait too, though. Like I think some of the crankbaits have more action just reeling them in, and some of them have. Yeah, I hear you there. Like especially in cold water, they're a good early spring bait. if you just jerk and pause them. Like I know I'll take like 6-inch jakes and grandmas and have them too. Here's some more cheap lures. I know you guys are laughing at my Tangle box. So youth hunt is next Saturday. My dad has season this weekend. It's pretty snowy here though. Hopefully he gets one. There wasn't many turkeys at the Land Rover that was trail camera pictures for. There wasn't that many turkeys running around though. Like I didn't have any pictures of them on the trail camera. So yeah, the inline spinners. Yeah, I use them for trout. These are what I mostly use for trout fishing. But I don't know. I just decided to do a live stream with like everyone on my channel because I haven't done a live stream with people on my own channel in a long time. So we've done it. Your season starts the 26th. I have season next weekend too. I'll go out, be out. I don't think I'm going to record though. I wish I had a camera that could zoom in better though, because I know I tried recording some duck hunting and it turned out terrible. Like I got a couple of duck kills on video that turned out okay, but there was like one of my duck hunting videos which was just horrendous. I'm gonna have some line in here too. That's why this is such a tangle. So yeah, I'm surprised Pennsylvania's hunts that late, Murder Inc. Because here we have like 6 different seasons in Wisconsin. Like there's a first, second, there's a youth hunt, and there's a first, second, third, fourth, and fifth and sixth season. And my dad always applies for the first season, so I usually just let him have the first season. But then I usually just apply for the second season, which I got. So yeah, I'll definitely be out turkey hunting. I don't know if I'm gonna try to record it though. I think if the birds are like 40 yards away, my GoPro won't get anything. I'm doing pretty well, Dave. How have you been? I'm just snowed in, messing with some tackle. Wisconsin has lots of fishing. We have lots of different species here. So, and I just decided to go live. So yeah, I just have all this line, like holding my baits together. How long does it take me to make one lure? It depends on what type of lure. To make a spinner is like 5 minutes, 8 minutes. Yeah, we have lots of northerns and muskies. I'll be posting some videos fishing for them pretty soon. The water temp's gonna be really cold. Like I'll probably be throwing. I was gonna make a video on what baits I was gonna start fishing with early in the season, but like the big husky jerk is. Yeah, I hear you, Dave. It sucks. I don't know Northwest Open season. Like a GoPro will get you some action, or like a head mount or chest mount. But I was drinking a slushy, a whiskey Coke slushy. So, but I know I recorded with some like duck hunting with a head strap mount, and I don't know. I wasn't super like one of the days it turned out okay, and another day it didn't turn out so well. I think it's really have to have good lighting in the woods though, because like the woods will be darker than out in the water. A head mount might get in the way of. Yeah, I know I have some mounts up to a shotgun with my one camera. I've never tried using them though. I usually just use a head mount or chest mount. But I guess it depends upon. Yeah, I'm drinking it with snow. Like I went outside and got some snow and I was drinking snow mixed with whiskey and Coke. This is a bizarre spring. Like, here's a spinner I made too. I don't think it spins that great. Like, these only take a couple minutes. Your blowing up in your face. I think a head mount with a shotgun is fine. Hey, hard charger too. I'm just sorting through baits. My stuff is fun. It's been a long winter. I know it's nice that like I have creeks and a dam by my house to fish, but otherwise I'd like be really deprived of boat fishing. Right now my boat has like 8 inches of snow sitting in it because I didn't get to covering it though. So hopefully by the time I go on Friday. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Catman. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stay in. They make wrist mounts too. Yeah, we have been getting some panfish on Lake Wisconsin too. It was really windy this last week, and some days it's not so bad, some days it's really bad. So I don't. We just got a bigger boat to take out on Lake Michigan, so I want to go over to make some Lake Michigan fishing videos too. When you got a boat, you were happy 2 times. The first time when I got it, and then when I sold it. Smallies all day. I don't know. I should probably be able to get some smallies soon. I caught one in the one walleye fishing videos, but I don't know. Like, I think they're like out deeper now. I'm not really sure where they're at in the cold water. Like, I occasionally catch a few smallies when I'm walleye fishing. And then in the springtime, they're up in like 3 to 6 feet of water in the river. But I'm not really sure where they're at now. Like, I just like sporadically catch one when I am out walleye fishing this time of year. Like, they don't seem to swarm up to the shallows where it's as warm as the warmest water is like the largies are. Because I know we've gotten into some largemouth bass and we've been panfish fishing lately. Hi, Dakota and family. Thanks for stopping by. So I think they're definitely just in the river. I don't know. I don't seem to catch a lot of bass when the water temps. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Old Vesser. Yeah, the smallies kind of like disappear in the cold water. Like, you don't even catch them ice fishing on the river. Like, you catch a few of them, but no, we don't have peacock bass. We have largemouth, smallmouth, and white and yellow bass. There's steelhead in Lake Michigan and Lake Superior. They have stock rainbow trout in the creeks by me, which they'll probably stock next week. But like, here's a Castmaster I have. Here's some more spinners. And then I'll probably make a peacocks would be fun. I've never caught one before. Like, here's one of my most productive trout spinners. This bait's like trash and the body's like bending and the wire on these Panther Martins like wears out right where my finger is here. And you caught a couple smallies. Yeah, I'm really good at keeping up with comments, I guess. I don't know. This stream hasn't been ridiculous. I haven't had like 30 people in here though. The most people I've had in the stream is like 19 or 20. Do I have a PB trout? From the creeks, my PB is like 20 for brown, and my best brook is probably like 15 or 16, and best rainbow is like 16. My biggest steelhead I've caught is 29, and brown is like 24 from the Great Lakes. I should be out fishing for them now, browns right now, because they're biting. They've been inconsistently biting by Milwaukee. The one day we went out by Milwaukee though this year, we just caught one dink, Not much. I'm just sorting through my Tangle box. Hey, living. Slow moving jigs. Yeah, but I, for some reason, cannot catch a big brown out of the stream. Like the biggest ones I get are like 18 or to 20. And then, so I haven't caught any real big ones over the creeks, but there's definitely a few there. Here's some more spinners. Here's some rooster tails and some little crankbaits. Steelhead will be dropping back soon. Yeah, I know. I haven't been out steelhead fishing. And then here's some more spinners in my Tangle box and a Castmaster. So, hey, fish, thanks for stopping by Fishing with Bottles. So, yeah, the steelhead will be driving back. The steelhead are out like really deep in the Great Lakes in the summertime too, because I know last year when we were trolling, we were catching them in like 200 feet of water on Lake Michigan, like way out. Relaxing and watching live streams. I wasn't doing much. I just wanted to do a live stream to see what it was like and see, because I haven't done one on my own channel soon. Like I've done a couple with other people's, but not this. Like I hate it when baits get tangled like this. Like I need to put way less baits in a box. So you have Smalley spawning the creeks by you, then go out into the lake too, I assume. Creek fishing is like more accessible to anyone. I'm lucky that we have a lot of creeks here. Like here's a rooster tail. For some reason, this rooster tail isn't holding up very well. Though, like I caught a bunch of trout on, like 3 or 4 trout on it, and it's just like bent funky and doesn't spin right. So, but yeah, I don't know if I need to cut line off of it or something, but it just isn't working right. LOL precision angling. I have like baits that I don't even know I have. Like I just had a box of jigs still in the tackle I have here, so I was just organizing them a little bit because there's hooks everywhere. Like I really should be going through with the scissors and cutting all the line off of them. So you've never done a live stream, Michael Lambert? I don't. I've done like 6 or 8 of them. They're kind of fun. Like I think I have like 300 musky baits. Like I don't even know where all my baits are. And like yeah, I'll organize them to a certain type of baits, or like baits that I think are going to be good at a spot I'm fishing. And then like by the time I go on a fishing trip where I have all my baits, they just get mixed together. Oh, here's some little nymph. I should put this in with my flies. So yeah, I'm just not good. So I need to sit down. I should have sat down when it was snowing out and just organized my musky baits, because I have lots of them and I don't know where the baits I want are. Like I think my brother once took a bait from me and I didn't even know he took it because I had so many of them. Till I was looking for that specific bait and found it. Amos Moses, how are you doing? LOL Murder Inc. I hear you there. You're good? You behaving, little cousin? Do you need a whitewash, Amos? I think you need a whitewash, cuz. I hear you, Northwest open season. Do you go out trolling for Chinooks often in your area? Because I saw you had some salmon fishing videos. Like I just got into trolling for them on Lake Michigan. I was really struggling to catch them on flash or fly rigs and so forth, though. Like I don't know if I didn't have my flasher to fly hooked up right away. I don't know exactly what you troll with there though either, because you probably troll with something different. Because on Lake Michigan, they use like, thanks for stopping by, Mr. Hard Charger. They use like trolling spoons and Then they use like these flasher fly rigs where they have the flashers. I don't have any flashers on me because I'm not at my house. We're in my bedroom where all my stuff is. You're looking for some subs? You do you use like Brad's cut plugs then? And you tip them with tuna? Because I heard of people using them too. Hey, Ben Chavez. And like, what type of flashers do you use? Like short bus flasher, or is it? Oh, you use Pro-Troll flashers. I have a couple of those. Most people on Lake Michigan troll them behind flies. Troll flies behind them though, or they're not actually like a fly. They're like a flashaboo thing that trolls behind them. So, but the kings are awesome to catch. Can you even keep kings in Washington or Chinooks? Hey, so here's what I have for plastics that I just carry me. I have some Powered by 2.5 minnows. You use herring. I'm at Kelsey's, Amos, my girlfriend's. I'll stop by you, Dexter, if I'm awake when you're streaming. So I have some of these power bait minnows, and then I have some hooks of various sizes I bought off of Amazon. You can keep hatchery, spring Chinook, and fall Chinook. I like keeping the king salmon. They're really good to smoke. Then I have all these hooks that I have with me. And I have some weight, some jig heads. Hey, Larry, thanks for stopping by. And then I have some of these salamanders and some gulp minnows. We're just talking about fishing. Has anybody in the stream been out fishing recently? I haven't been out fishing since Saturday, and it was like too windy to fish. And I am the crazy polar bear, and I only lasted 20 minutes outside. So yeah, it sucks. I'm still ready to go back out fishing. Same here, Northwest. I just did the shakes if I don't go fishing for like a week. I think I'm on the longest streak in a while. I haven't been out fishing since Saturday and only fished for 20 minutes. Good luck if you go tomorrow. That's crazy that they don't open bass season until June. I have some more tangles in here too. Hi, XX Jamie. I've been doing pretty well. Just been hanging out, been organizing some fishing tackle. This box was actually given to me by Rip and Tip Outdoors. Yeah, that's iced in. Everywhere else, most of the ice is, but you're in a turkey hunt next week in Vilas County. ZD Mac 55. It's going to be a tough week in the slow. I'm turkey hunting next week too. I don't think I'm going to film it though. Okay, Jamie, that's a weird message, but yeah, turkey hunting is going to be interesting. I know my dad has this week, so it's going to be interesting. Like it's snowing today. It's supposed to warm up though. We have eastern turkeys here. I don't know. I haven't seen that many in my trail camera when I pulled the pics or tracks where I've been hunting at though. In this other area they're hunting, there was like some people that were misbehaving there, and like someone got hurt bad, and they're like enforcing the closed hours at the state natural area. So like you can't get out there at 6 in the morning or before 6 in the morning to go out and hunt for them, which kind of sucks. So Oh, thanks, Ben. I appreciate it. Did you post a video, Ben? I'll go check out your channel. So, yeah, there's just been a few people that got hurt at this spot, so they had to enforce it. Like the last fishing video I posted like 2 days ago, I was out fishing and I seen the warden, and he was like on shore, but I think he could see my boat registration, and he didn't come up to the shoreline to check us, and we were just back in these canals, and he could have easily came and checked us. So he must have ran our registration, because then he checked my dad at this spot, and he was like, the Klopp last name sounds familiar. So he must have ran my name, and then seen my dad's name, and then saw that we were the same. So that was kind of weird. I have some line too that's a mess from being here. I'm really bad at organizing my tackle. You can probably tell by my videos that my boat's a mess too. I need to go and clean my boat one of these days. And I actually need to fix the lower unit on it too. It just hasn't been very warm, so I haven't taken it apart yet, but I get a different lower unit to fix that. What's the best eating fish? For open water, probably walleye and perch, crappie and bluegill, and so is it? Hey, Gavin, how are you doing today? You probably have a lot of ice there, Gavin. I appreciate you stopping by. Yellow perch are delicious. I love eating them. I was surprised to see some still had eggs in them when we caught them the other day. Like, I think the fish just hold on to their eggs when the water temp's really high. Or like I was in my undergrad, I was actually thinking about going to school for fisheries, but then I ended up going for soil science. And like the one fisheries professor was saying that if for like walleyes and perch, if they don't think the water temp or conditions are right, they'll just hold on to their eggs for a long time. So then the perch were just holding on to their eggs for a long period of time because the water temp isn't right. Like they have a photo period thing they key in on water temp, and like walleyes want to spawn when the water temp's like 48 to low 50s, and like the water temp is, yeah, that's what's trying to get to it there. You call walleye pickerel in Canada? Yeah, you should keep yellow perch if you catch them. They're really good. You just need to get ones that are good sized. But so basically, like if the conditions aren't right, they'll just hold on to their eggs. So it's like when the water temp is ranging from 35 to 45 degrees and they want it to be 48 to spawn, the males will be like milking, and then the females won't be laying their eggs. And like even with like walleyes, like all the walleyes will stage up by a dam or rocks, or they want the females will stage by the males will stage by the rocks they want to spawn at, and then a female will go up there and drop its eggs, and then like the male will just drop its white stuff everywhere and coat the eggs. Good night, all four of the kids. Thanks for stopping by. So like that's their broadcast spawners, perch and walleye and pike and muskie are, whereas like bass and bluegills are a bed spawner. So like all the fish spawn differently, but like the bass and bluegills aren't going to be on beds for a really long time. Thanks for stopping by. Get to it. Hi, and L&M Outdoors. Not much. I'm just hanging out. I was sorting through some baits, and I just decided to do a live stream. And I'm going to be in live for quite a while. When do our bass spawn? Anytime from about May 1st through the middle of June. I don't know. I was always told the bass start to bite well when the water temp gets to 60 degrees. But I don't I don't really know when they exactly build beds. I think they spawn when the water temp's in the 60s. So that's usually sometime between May 1st and the end of May. But this year, like when we have muskie and regular fishing opener, which is like May 5th here, the water temps are going to be around 50. Like I think the water temp on a lot of the lakes around here is like 39 today, and I don't think it's going to warm up that much until the middle of May unless we get some 80-degree days. Yeah, I've seen them spawn as late as mid-June in like the boundary waters too. Like if you go to the boundary waters canoe area, you can get like 4-pound smallies, 4 or 5 pound smallies up in bays. You just like take like a popper and pop it up shallow, and the bass will come up and hammer it. But like that's quite a way different in latitude. Yeah, the weather just been inconsistent. Like the last video that I posted like two days ago, yesterday, the water temp was 48 that day, but now it's like probably 38. Like we'll get 3 or 4 warm days, and then we'll get 3 or 4 cold days. So it's not even close. Yeah, it's snowing here too, Gavin. I just showed it snowing earlier, but now it's dark out. I've never had a blue marlin. I really want to catch it. Hey, Steve, thanks for stopping by. I really liked your time zone rant the other day. I thought I was laughing at it. Like, I don't even know why they have them sometimes. I'm in Wisconsin. Hey, Julian, thanks for stopping by. So I'm in the United States. But yeah, I've been loving YouTube. All I know is when I've been watching people catch redfish and sheepshead and stuff down in Florida, just making me depressed. Can I buy you a gift? Not really. Cheeseland, eh? Yeah. We need to get more people to buy our cheese, though, to drink milk and buy our cheese because there's too much milk here. Because we have, because with like some of the bunch of the dairy farms are having to shut down because milk isn't worth much because there's an oversupply of it. And like a lot of our milk goes to making cheese. Have I visited the Hodag yet? I haven't been to Rhinelander yet. I hear the Hodag Country Fest is really fun too. I was told to go there. I hear there's some pretty fun people there and a lot of alcohol drink. Thanks for stopping by, C-Rod Dipping and Outdoors. I've been to Minocqua in the touristy part of Oneida County, and I fished around there. I fished around Hazelhurst because my own relative goes there, but I haven't went to the eastern part of Oneida County. I was actually talking to Outdoors Weekly the other day, and me and him might go fishing on Pelican Lake, which is by Rhinelander this year, because his grandpa has a cabin. You're crying and heartbroken now? Why are you crying and heartbroken? Like I'm not wealthy in the least bit. Like I'm going to college, working on my PhD, and I've been in school for 20 years. I'm lucky that I have a grant and that'll pay me a little money and waive my tuition, but I definitely haven't made much for money yet. So most of my fishing is within close areas of where I'm at. I hear about the Broncos. What type of Broncos? Like the Denver Broncos or horses? Best bait shop by Lake Wisconsin. I usually buy my bait from. Oh, no, I didn't hear about it, Kevin. I usually buy my bait from the Mobile in Lodi or Cultus in Lodi has bait. I don't even know if the bait shop by the Great is open. It hasn't been open when I drove over by Tipperary Point and I fished there the other day, and I was on a Friday. And there's one bait shop by OT that I think is open, and There's a bait shop by Sock. I always just give the bait, and there's Ace and Wilderness and Sock. Oh, it's cool Northwest Open season. So that's usually where I get bait from. But yeah, I'll probably be out fishing on Lake Wisconsin on Friday. On Saturday and Sunday, the place I've been panfish fishing is probably going to be a mess because they're having 2 bass tournaments out there, and I think that's the warmest spot in the lake. So that's why all the panfish are up in that spot where my last couple videos have been posted. So there's probably every one of those docks is going to be flipped a whole bunch of times. Because I think that lake seems to have a good dock bite because it doesn't have a lot of weeds in it. So like everybody just flips the docks for largemouth, and the smallies are out deeper, I think. I could be wrong. But like the smallies sometimes are hard to find in the cold water. But I know I found some up on the top of the lake when we've been out walleye fishing in like 10 to 15 feet of water. So they're probably all the points in that lake will hold back smallies right now, but I could be wrong because they're like in a pre-spawn mode here. They're obviously not bedding yet, so they're could be out deeper. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Larry. I appreciate everyone that stopped by. You went to school 5 years ago, Michael. I just got an opportunity to continue to advance my degrees. I just hope I get something once I earn my PhD. I still have quite a bit of research to do. Right now, I've been running water retention samples on a whole bunch of soils. And we're trying to write this paper where I'm not necessarily in agreement with my advisor with what we're finding, but so it's taking a long time. So you're cooked, Michael? I'm a soil science, a chef. That's nice, Michael. I just play with soil. Today we actually had a talk in our seminar talking about how soil is used in art. So like how different art is used, different types of soil, clays and minerals and so forth through time, and how different minerals are different colors, and they could use them for hues, and they use certain soil materials for different types of and pottery for different clays. And you don't want to use smectite clay for pottery because it doesn't fire like kaolinite clay was, but you don't want a pure kaolin either. So I think I'm gonna go. I appreciate everyone that stopped by this stream. And I've had a fun time doing this stream. I know this light's kind of just not looking good in the background either. I don't see that many people chatting now on this stream, so I'm gonna go. Everybody have a good night. Thanks for watching.